Let's make a promise right here on this video so we could take this clip to the future one day. The day that this podcast pops off, we need to do a video where we go back.
Yes.
Right? Like a whole vlog of
oh my goodness,
a road trip back. Maybe we can go back when they have the alumni stuff.
Yeah.
The homecoming.
Oh yeah.
Like we'll go back one homecoming too. We'll do that.
Hey girl.
And welcome back to
How Did I Get Here?
That's Taylor.
And that's Abby. And today we are doing Rate My College Experience. So we have a list of numbers 1 through 5, and we're just gonna rate different topics related to college and our experience there.
We both went to Bradley University, and so today we just want to kind of reminisce, think back, and you think back too with us. And if you had a college experience, you can do your high school experience if you want to, just as a way to relate. We're just gonna rate how we feel like how it went, how the true tea and how it went. So, Taylor, you're gonna go first because I always make you go first.
Okay. So our first thing on the list is Welcome Week, and what you rate that. I'll give you a few minutes. Let's see.
I mean,
okay.
You got a number? Oh yeah, I guess this is funny too because. I don't know what she's going to rate hers, so it's funny to see her. We had the same experience for the most part, so let's see.
This is our first time doing it together, so we don't even know what the other's going to say. You ready?
All right, you go first.
Okay, I rated a 4.
Oh, okay, I gave it a 5.
Okay. Welcome Week was amazing. Why I gave it a 4 though, it's because you just have to get used to, I had to get used to being away from home. As somebody who I barely went to high school party. I guess you could say I was kind of sheltered. I wasn't really outside. So I had never ever really been away from home ever. So the separation from my parents was kind of, although I had fun, I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't have a good time, but it's just something that you have to get used to.
It was a good time.
And I think I may have said this in a video before, but during the week you don't realize that at the end of the week your parents are actually gonna leave you and you're gonna be in the dorm by yourself, having to be independent, wake yourself up, do everything for yourself. So that was a little bit of a shock, but overall I had a great time.
Yeah.
Because you're not in classes yet. You're going out to parties. You're just walking around meeting people. You see, the Greek life, the block club. The clubs and organizations on campus. Just going through student center, going to malls. It was amazing.
Walking to malls.
It was amazing. Just walking at night. I was walking around at night. By myself, y'all. Well, not by myself, with a group of people, but just walking around, walking into random parties. It was a time to be had. But I also did realize that my parents weren't there, and I was
it's the initial. I think when you think about your college experience, you kind of think about the already being immersed in there and used to it. When you're in high school and you dream about the amazing experiences you're gonna have, you don't think about the difficult transition. You think about I'm there and I'm already comfortable. So when you actually have to go through the transition, you're dang, I forgot about this part. I was just thinking about all the fun stuff. And I remember that too. When my dad was leaving, actually saying, well, goodbye, this is it for me. I was standing there watching his car go away, and I was well, now
what do I do?
Literally, what do I do? So that was a strange.
Yeah.
I think for me, just not necessarily. I gave it a 5 only because I didn't necessarily think about that portion of it. But like she said, it was so nice that they had so much going on, and everybody found their group and felt welcome. And as we mentioned in the previous video, we did go to a PWI, a predominantly white institution. And I think even there, we were able to find our group, our crowd, watching the Divine Nine, which if you don't know is the 9 fraternity and sororities that are the black fraternities and sororities, and watching them get to step and watching them get to do their things, and even being able to experience the other white fraternities and sororities, primarily white fraternities and sororities, watching them too, that was a lot of fun. And everybody just being welcome, even moving in, I think the fraternities and sororities were the people.
Help you?
Yeah, they were outside of every dorm. Every fraternity and sorority was assigned to a dorm, and they were they were waiting for another car to pull up and to move all your stuff upstairs for you and to help.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, that was really super helpful. And then they were so nice and so welcoming, and that made you feel even better coming in. And for us, it was even more helpful because when you're a freshman, I don't know if every college works this way, but when you're a freshman, they divide up, like if, say for us it was a small school, so say if it was like 1,000 freshmen coming in, they divided us into like 13 groups over the summer. So session 1 would have like a couple hundred kids. We got the last session at the end of the summer, so we got to stay and just like move in that last day.
Yes.
And it was great. It was perfect. So yeah.
What is it called? The person on your floor, your advisor? No, like the person, like it was a student that lived on your floor with you, but
yes,
it was like the leader.
I think it was like the student advisor. Some kind of
like
advisor.
That was really like, I remember we would have, what is it, like a night where you would meet with that advisor or whatever, and you guys would like do activities with your floor, and we would paint the bricks that we had. You could kind of like leave your door open if you wanted to, and you would have like a brick that you would leave your door open with, and we got to paint them and stuff with our floor. So it was a way to meet everybody on your floor, get comfortable with your advisor.
Why didn't they give us bricks? They couldn't give us a real door stopper. That was so ghetto. I just thought about that.
I don't know why.
Anyways, yeah, that was fun. I know what you mean. I forgot what it was called, but I know what you mean. They got to live in the dorm for free too.
Yes.
Their dorm, I think, that cost was covered when you were whatever. I think it was an advisor. Write in the comments what it was called, or look it up. You can look it up right quick.
What are they called?
I think it's called advisor. But either way, for me, I loved that experience. The whole welcoming, like she was saying, you got to go from place to place, and everything was so, maybe it's different too, because I think because our college was so small, everything was kind of close together, so it was easy to get to know people, easy to get to like see all of the organizations. It was big enough. I think Bradley was like between 6,000 and 7,000 people at the time, and there's some high schools that I know that could be that big, so it was a nice experience. I will say that they did a great job with knowing how to welcome everybody, and you truly getting to know almost every single organization and getting to pick where you fit in, and everybody being super welcoming. So yeah.
It's an RA.
Room advisor?
I don't know what it stands for, but
what
they were
is
like
it?
our RA.
Yeah, RA.
I don't know why. I couldn't find it when I was Googling it, but it just popped in my head. Resident
advisor?
I don't know.
Yeah, RA in college. Yeah, resident advisor.
Okay.
You're right.
Yes.
Upperclassmen. Girl, bye. It was some people who were finessing their way in their second semester of freshman year to be an RA.
I know.
Yeah, okay. Anything else about Welcome Week?
No, I think that was all.
Parties. What do we know? Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, God. Oh. All right, I got to go ahead. No, you go first.
Okay.
I gotta think what do I
rate that? I know it's so hard because we barely
went, but also... Okay. I have a thought.
Okay. I do too, but I don't know.
I got a thought.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, flip.
What'd you pick? I got
a 3.
The parties depended on who was the DJ, and I will say,
that's true.
If we didn't have DJ, his name, I said Khalib. His name was Caleb, but he goes by DJ Khalib. I'm pretty sure is what it is. If he wasn't DJing the party, everybody was mad. I'm gonna say that right now.
Exactly.
There were parties where he would just try to show up to be a participant of the party to have fun, and we would all be looking at him like, bro, can you go?
Exactly.
Because Landon, that other boy.
When he was a freshman, we were leaving.
Yes.
He was pretty
He
good.
was
finally.
the new DJ Caleb. Because I was thinking that, I was like, what's going to happen when DJ Khalib leaves? And the next guy came in and he was doing really good too.
Yes.
That was one of the major factors. But then I will say, the parties were decent. They could be decent. Like we would be going to random people's apartments, which made no sense. On campus, relatively. On campus. Like not off campus.
No.
But on campus. And it would be like the on campus apartments. Like, and girl, the basketball. It would just be the basketball house. It was all mainly it wasn't random people's apartments. All the basketball players would like throw parties in their apartments. And so we would just go there, and we would just be roaming around at 2:00 in the morning.
Pretty much.
What did we do with our lives? Who did we think we were?
I don't know. I gave it a 3. I'm also thinking back on some of your Instagram pictures and my outfits and my appearance and what I came.
You were cute.
I had heelless heels on, you guys.
Taylor,
that is
insert that picture.
Please don't.
You bet. You're editing this video. She will insert that picture right above my hand.
Okay, y'all, forgive me. Please don't let this, don't troll me with this picture. When I get rich and famous, please don't troll me with this
At the time, she was killing it, though. That's like looking back and like people in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s looking at their pictures and hating them.
It was time.
Y'all were cute.
Those heels were phasing
At the
themselves
time.
out at the time that I wore them. It should not have been worn.
Didn't they start hurting your feet and you had to take them off?
Yep, I think we switched outfits that day, thank goodness. So there's hopefully not a lot of evidence of that happening.
That was such a cute picture.
But it was a very wild
time
to be alive. It was.
I should text her that picture just to make sure.
To make sure I got it. Nope, can't find it.
We were cute. She found it.
So I will say that was very interesting for me, especially looking back at it. The other thing,
you can't give it a 3 based on your outfit.
No, but I deserve a 3 or less.
Okay,
I deserve a 3 or less. The music was amazing. Like, we had fun in that way. I will say also, again, with being away from home for the first time, I had to learn to get comfortable with guys approaching me, because I just like usually I had like my mom or a backup or somebody to like defend me and say like, no, she's not.
I became the backup. I became. I wasn't when we first met. Like, I wasn't doing that, but
you guys know how like your friend will do, and then guys for some reason think that like your friend is ending in the way.
I was always cock blocking.
No, guys, let me tell you, if a girl wants to talk to you, her friend will never be in that position to stand in the way. That's not how it works.
If I'm standing in the way, she don't want you.
Exactly. I will also say there was a lot of hunching going on. There was a lot of weird activity sometimes at the parties, and it was also like a shell shock as somebody who never got out.
I was not expecting her to say hunching. When I tell you, I was not expecting.
Should I give an example? No, there's too much for you.
We're here now.
This is the law and the guy. Family, forgive me. I'm just telling you what the other girls are doing. This is what I didn't do that. It was a lot of this on the wall.
That's all it. Listen, that's a given. That's all that was going on at these parties. Like,
it was a lot to get used to. It was overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
And like you literally had free access to anything that you wanted to do. Like, college is it's not like what was that movie, Project X or whatever? It's not like, well, our parties weren't that wild. There weren't like people pushing like cars into the pool or anything wild. But it was like you have access to any and everything. So you really have to. This is the point where you're being an adult but making good decisions, because you can get into anything.
Yes.
And it can be a big shock sometimes. So
yeah, and I think you don't even realize how much peer pressure affects you, and it's not even people like saying do it, but it's almost just you seeing everyone else doing it and you thinking it's okay, and you just doing something that you would never do just because you're at a party and it's midnight and everyone's doing it. So no one's necessarily pressuring you. No one's necessarily going to say anything. It's like
casually happening. It's like it just.
It keeps
one
going
thing
and going and
leads into another. So
yeah, it was a lot to be. And then you just, like she said, you just walk into a party and they had all kinds of substances and things, and you're just like,
anything and everything is
where
available.
did that come from? I was just there for the music, and then the next thing I know, they were like, jungle juice where? Yeah. Like, it happens the second your parents drive off.
Literally, it changes.
Like,
it gets dark
world.
And the whole
the whole world changes.
Something
it's
else.
crazy.
So,
yeah, it's crazy. Okay.
Woo. Okay.
What's
the next one on our list is advisors. How do you feel about that, and what do you rate advisors? If I can even find my numbers. Okay. You ready already?
I'm ready. This is generous.
I think I'm being generous too.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Ready? What do you got?
2.
3? Oh, wow.
This is generous.
Yeah. I probably should change mine to 2 as well. But I'm going to go with 3. Should I go first? Are you ready?
I can be quick. They don't really have much to say to you. They help you pick your schedule, and for me, I think picking the schedule is basic. Like, you do need help with this sometimes and picking certain classes based on your major. But in terms of really picking a career and stuff, maybe this is me being more harsh on them as opposed to what we were talking about with how the world and the education system doesn't prepare you to pick a career. I feel like, especially if Taylor came into college and she stuck with her major for 4 years. I came in and had no clue what I wanted to do. And I was saying at Bradley, and I don't know other colleges, but I'm sure other colleges have other programs, like the academic exploration program that Bradley had. that didn't do not a thing for me. It was like going online and taking a personality test or something, where they tell you, well, I think, and what they told me I would have been good at wasn't even what I picked, and whatever they told me, I think they told me to do business, and either way, it just, they didn't really, maybe I'm wrong, and academic advisors are really just supposed to help you pick your schedule or something, but it didn't really help me with career-wise, what I should do, what I should pick, what is truly the best option for me. And I will say, what is the best option financially? Because again, for me, someone who got into a lot of college debt, I think academic advisors could and should do a little bit better with like advising you, well, like these are your options, this is what you're gonna do, this is what you'll end up with, like this is an estimate of this and that, this is about how long it'll take for you to do this. And even like for me, like I should have had someone talk some stupid sense into me when I was thinking about going. I didn't want to stay an extra year to do nursing at Bradley, which is why I did it later on, and I got in more debt. Like I wish someone would have talked to me about that, but it's just, I can't say that they did anything to me except make sure that I stayed on track as possible with credit hours. That was it. But there was really no real in-depth advice. There was no advisory except for, yep, these are all the classes you take. There's nothing else they do. So I don't know, what am I rating you on? Yeah, you did great with helping me pick classes.
Yeah.
That was it.
I agree. I will say, I don't even know. I don't know when the first college was even like founded or when it came about. But I think they're still, to this day, working on being able to actually advise and help people pick a career and pick like the degree that they should go after, because it's such, like it's, I can honestly say I couldn't do it. Like I could not be an advisor. So I know it's a difficult job, and I know it's difficult with telling somebody like, okay, here, like this is what you choose. This is your freshman year. Okay, this is all the courses we're gonna sign you up for. Because it's so hard to know what's gonna happen in anybody's future. It's almost like predicting somebody else's future and preparing them for that. That's a very, very hard job to do. So I do get it, but at the same time, I do agree more could be done. I think that they're just still trying to figure out how to do that for us. But I will say, even with like picking or like keeping you on track with credit hours, which is something that they do have a little bit more control over, I personally have a story. My senior year, I ended up having to take another course during the summer, a biology course or something like that, and I did it during the summer so I could graduate on time. And I remember my advisor saying that I need to take that course, but when I came back from my senior year, it wasn't until like my second semester that she told me like, oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to graduate because you're missing like a credit hour, which is luckily I remember to do this for myself, and I took the course over the summer, but she didn't even know I had that credit hour, and she was literally telling me like a few days before we had to like turn in all our information, get ready. It was basically almost time to get ready for graduation. She was like, you're missing like this and that hour. I had to tell her myself like, oh, I took the course over the summer and I do have that credit hour. But it's certain things that they just, and again, I know they're keeping up with so much and they have so many other people that they're dealing with, but little things like that for somebody to tell you last minute. And again, my advisor was amazing, but to tell somebody that last minute, and that could have been the determining factor of me being there like a whole nother semester at least, is very wild. So I do give them a 3. I think they can do better. I know it's a very, very hard job that I could not do, but they could definitely do better with directing us and telling us, at least giving a little bit better direction with the information that they do have. So yeah.
Ditto. I'm gonna get my number. Activities. All right, I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Ready? One. Oh, are you really ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I wish we had like half numbers.
I give it a 5. Oh
okay.
yeah, we should have did.
I'll do a
you
4. I changed it. I'm gonna change it to 4.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'll give it a 4. You go first.
Okay. For activities in general, I feel like it just kept us, we weren't going to get in trouble anyway, but for the kids that would have gotten in trouble, I feel like it was just good things on campus to do that kept us safe on campus and like out of trouble. And if you weren't like the one to go to parties all the time or get out of your dorm a lot like me, it was just something else to do, especially right before like finals and stuff, or like anything that was kind of stressful at school. We would always have like a late night BU activity, which was basically, where was it? It wasn't the student center.
No, it was honestly the gym. It was I forgot what it was called where the gym is.
Where did we walk? Oh,
the gym.
Behind. Okay.
It was in where the whole gym is. It would be throughout the whole gym, because like the gym was 2 levels. Like the track upstairs would have some activities,
like our gym.
and then the big old open basketball court on the first floor will have like the activities.
Yeah.
We'll insert some pictures too. She can insert pictures because you can kind of, when you look at, remember we did the golf, we had that cute picture of us like doing mini golf. I think I have a picture of us riding a camel or something.
Oh yeah, they had skating in there, which I might have a video of still.
Yeah, there was a lot of little activities like that, and I forgot how often. They might have been once a quarter.
Probably
when they weren't doing them that super frequent. So yeah, they would have like food and snacks and popcorn,
and like little DIY things that you can bring back.
Yeah,
to
the Pinterest Club. They had a club, like there was a club on campus called the Pinterest Club, and
I forgot about that.
And they were the ones that would like host some of the activities, and it was just really cute. And you would text your friends, "What time are you going to late night to use?"
Yes.
And then you would all go, and like they would have like a popcorn thing, and then
one day we'll have to go back.
That's where we got the cactuses wrapped in cacti, whatever. They gave us. I think they just gave it to us. We didn't have to plant it. They just gave us a cactus.
Did we paint the like?
Oh, we probably painted the what is it called? The pot. It was like a mini cactus, and I brought mine survived long enough for the next time I went home, and I just gave it to my dad, and my dad has a green thumb, and he kept it alive for years until it was so tall that it just toppled over. So it literally just died like maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Do you get the sticks that you can put like your plant on?
Yes, that's what he did.
Yeah.
And then he kind of, it was so big, and I think he kind of just forgot about it too, but it survived.
I'm pretty sure mine didn't even make it back home. Like I remember having it in the car, but something happened. Like I think something like smashed it or something. It did not make it back home with me. Mm-hmm. But yes, that was amazing.
Yeah, I will say, that was fun.
They always I love a good DIY, and they always have something like that for us to do, or like the painting of the bee. I think you can hang it on your door, and you paint your like letter B for Bradley, obviously whatever colors you wanted to. So little things like that were so
cute.
fun. Yeah.
And people would do it like for their friends. Mm-hmm. There was like I won't remember what it was, but they would have like these long lines for these. Remember, sometimes it was like a line for these random activities that we would want to do. Oh yeah, photo booths.
And like other there was always like a good activity or a line for something that you can do. Did they have? They didn't have a mechanical bull, did they?
They did. I feel like maybe we
did that one time. Yeah.
Or are you confusing that with
our last? Not bar crawl.
No. When we had to do our senior bar crawl.
I do remember that.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Yes. So it was really fun to do that because again, we were not really like the party girls, so like that was our fun outing and activity to do. Yeah. Most people I feel like they went out after that or something, but we
went home to eat oatmeal.
Yes, pretty much.
We honestly became, I don't know if we mentioned that we're the oatmeal girls, but yeah, we honestly are. Yeah, that's what we would literally eat oatmeal at 10 o'clock at night, and it was a habit. It was like if I was going up to her room, I was bringing oatmeal, and we were eating oatmeal.
Yes, we would watch TV and chill in our little beanbag chairs.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Were those Clara's? Okay. Her roommates. Yeah, we would, and that's why we would go because her roommate was never there on Friday and Saturday nights, and so we would get to like have her dorm to ourselves and like watch whatever we wanted to watch and turn the heat up.
Yes, get it nice and toasty.
Yeah, get it toasty and put our oatmeal in the microwave. So that's what we typically would do. So late night BU would get us out, and I agree with her. Maybe did I give it a 3 or 4? I bumped it up to a 4.
Yeah,
I think the only reason why I didn't give it a 5 was just because I wish that they had more organized frequently like activities, because late night BU I'm pretty sure it was only once a quarter. I could be wrong. I don't even think it was once a month. It was like once a quarter. So I wish that they had like more big on-campus activities, but I know we were a small private college, so they probably only got so much fun. But I still wish that we could have a little bit more. Yeah. So they were great, but just not enough.
Yes, and they would have like little concerts for us too. Abby's the one who actually reminded me. We got to meet like Chance. Well, not meet, but we got to see Chance the Rapper like live in concert when he was just up and coming, which was amazing. And I didn't even know who Chance the Rapper was.
I didn't either. The only reason why I knew was because there was these guys running down the hallway, banging on our doors.
Yes.
Chance the Rapper's here.
Yes.
Chance, and I had no clue who he was, and I was like, "Can y'all leave me alone?" And remember when even the fraternities would when it was nice out, when that was actually
barbecues or something.
That was the first time I actually saw Daily Davidson's. I'll never forget that. We were Daily Davidson's is a vlog family. Check them out, Daily Davidson's. They're on YouTube, a vlog family. That was the first time she introduced me to vlogs. But we went out that night to get those burgers that almost killed us. Remember when we stood in line for like 20 minutes to get the burgers and we bit it and it wasn't like fully cooked. Remember that? You remember that?
No.
The burger was like still pink on the inside.
It's coming back to me, but no.
And then that was when you were.
Oh, from the bar. Yes,
the fraternity did it. Like they were. I think they were like in a competition with another fraternity to cook the most burgers or the best burgers or something. And they were just chucking out so many of them that they weren't even like done.
Oh my god.
And then we sat on this like bench outside. It was a perfect night. And then she brought her MacBook and her laptop outside, and we were like watching. She's like, have you ever watched vloggers before? I said, what the heck is a vlogger? Yeah. And so she introduced it to me, and that was like 2013, probably. Something it was probably when we first started college. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
that just brought back memories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did have some good things that happened on campus. Like you were saying, we didn't have as much as I would like, especially like during the colder months. There wasn't a whole lot to do, but they did try to keep us engaged as much as they could. So
yeah,
it wasn't
that was
too
a fun
bad.
one.
Oh, we have roommates next. Rate your roommate.
Keep in mind, me and Taylor were roommates.
Wait, we have to think about, oh so we're rating like overall.
No, we could just do freshman year roommates because we know we're going to rate each other a 5
right.
because I'm rating Taylor
that
5.
Would bump up the overall.
Because we lived together and I saw her once a week. We shared a wall. We shared a bedroom wall. Like our bedrooms were right next to each other. We saw her once a week.
You guys,
maybe twice a week if I saw her in the kitchen.
I feel like my aura should speak for itself. Like if I love you, just know that I love you.
It does. It's true.
Without me talking.
That's where I learned.
With my door closed.
That's where I learned she did. When I never saw her and we shared a wall.
But I will say it was so much better when she was that close, because when I did want to talk or when she wanted to talk to me, she can literally just knock on my door. And I miss that so much.
That's why I just said before we started filming, or maybe she can answer that because I think we were filming already.
Oh yeah.
When I said we need to live together,
plan, you guys.
We have a plan that when we do somehow retire, when we're like 60 and our kids are old and out the house, we want to like retire and move to a retirement home together.
Yes. And plan like little activities for our girl group, our little retirees.
We're gonna walk the malls and play bingo.
I'm gonna rent out a little bus or a minivan. I'll do the driving. We're gonna go to the mall, do bingo.
She needs to drive. She'll be a safer driver than I will be at that time.
I'll probably have glasses and everything else going on.
If she doesn't, she'll just get glasses from Walgreens to be cute.
No, some little fancy ones. I need a little cat eye, so we will be super fancy.
Not a little cat eye, non-prescription cat eye glasses.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but
we living our best lives. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. But okay, we'll just rate freshman year.
Go ahead. I'm curious, Taylor.
Wait, I need to know from what perspective I'm doing this on, because actually living like the
all of it
past, but I feel different now. Should I go off of how I feel now?
What do you mean?
Because when you're living, like when you're in the present moment of living with somebody, it's different from like.
No, we gotta be in the moment.
Oh God.
We don't care about how you feel now. No, because that's what you're rating.
I feel bad.
No, it's not your nostalgia. What you mean?
Okay.
You can still clarify with how you feel now. How about that?
Okay, let me do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh God. Let me think.
Yes, girl. Because that's the thing. When you're removed from the situation, you learn. You forgive, and this doesn't hurt as much. That's why when you break up with your boyfriend, sometimes he wasn't that bad.
I might just
see what I'm saying. I might just don't do that.
No.
Don't. That's what can. No, you can clarify though. Okay. Mine's is easy. I'm a 5 because I love you.
Wow. Overall, like never ever.
No, I promise you, Lauren.
Overall,
the Lauren Lombach. I hope she watches this video one day. I love that girl to death. She can give me a 2 if she wants to, but. I literally just went. She lives in Wisconsin. I just drove 2 hours to her son's birthday party. We love each other. I love that girl. No, I feel like she was my white sister, my white twin. Like I'm the black version of her. She's the white version of me. We were the same. I don't even know how it worked, but we were like the same person. We were the same person.
Let me tell you how it worked though, because you, as you know, probably filled out your survey.
Oh yeah, I filled out my survey honestly. When you move into dorms, you have to fill out a survey, like asking questions about: are you a night person, a day person? How messy or clean are you? Like me and Lauren were honest, and we were both pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And while you talk about your honesty, I'm gonna try to think if I really had a negative about Lauren. I don't think I really had anything negative to say.
Ever. Oh wow. I think it's just. I would say I think it's just me as like a. I don't know if it's an introvert or what I am as a person, but I just love being alone, and I'm very not sensitive just in an emotional way, but I just am very aware of everything, I guess you could say. So I just feel like little things with a roommate, with somebody like literally in a dorm room, not an apartment, but in a dorm
Your bed are
room,
only like a couple feet apart.
with somebody all
Your
the
desk
time.
is this close to each other. Like everything you do.
Like them chewing,
Yeah.
something is gonna end up like
Annoying you?
Yeah.
I think the only reason why here's the thing I will say, Taylor.
Like never ever bothered.
This is
very
why.
interesting.
Let me tell you why that you can relate. If me and Taylor never lived in a dorm together, when we did live in the same dorm, we lived in the single, so we had our own actual single dorm next to each other, so we could knock on each other's doors. And then we lived in the same apartment together, where like we shared a kitchen and a bathroom, but we had our own bedroom, so it was different. If me and you lived together, not to say that it would be perfect, like I'm sure we would get on each other's nerves somewhat, but you know how we always talk about we're very empath, and we're like Lauren falls into that category of being highly aware, overly aware of like how what you're doing affects another person. So even when one would want to talk on the phone, we would really step out the room. When one would like really want to study or something, like we would be more aware of stuff like that. She would ask permission before like somebody spent the night, and now and she wouldn't do it super often. Like it would be rare, like sometime. And if she really did want the room to herself, because she had somebody over, or well, not like that, but just like if she had a friend, sometimes she would have her girlfriends over, and we in a cramped dorm. I would be like, okay, we had those like big rooms on our floor. They were kind of like a big empty room like this, where everybody could go
study room or like a lounge. Or
something.
Every
floor had a lounge, and I would just go to the lounge and chill there and watch Netflix or something, like Grey's Anatomy. Like it would be, I would be fine with that. But we were both hyper aware of each other and empaths, and like I think that made up for it. So even if she did something little to annoy me, I really don't even remember, because overall, like I said, if me and you lived together, unless it would be something big, I don't think I would remember anything that you did to annoy me.
Yeah, I think the other thing, well, no, because I guess I lived with my parents, but I never lived with someone my age, either a close age. Like I have no siblings. I was never around anybody also. So I don't know if that played into it too. But I will say one thing, be honest on your survey. For the most part, I was honest, but like when it came to like talking about like how you, like your sleep patterns and things, I did smudge the truth a little bit. Because I wanted to make sure that I would be able to go to sleep, or that I didn't get like this crazy person, like the roommate from down under. So I just squeaked the truth a little tiny bit, and said that I went to bed
She's
at like 10.
She's squeaking the truth right now.
Like I was like,
she's squeaking the truth a lot.
Bed by 9, 10.
She goes to bed at 6, 5.
Yeah. 4 or 5 in the morning is more so my speed, but I'm also quiet. I'm not like crazy and up, or like I'll be in the lounge or something up and just come in the room later on. But I just wanted to make sure I didn't get a crazy roommate, so I did. I should have probably told the truth on that part. What else was different about us?
Temperature.
Yeah, but I don't know if that. I wish that was listed on there. I don't know if they had that on there.
That wasn't, but just I think
it would have been nice.
It was just the fact that they were like a married couple, and Taylor wanted the room to be 80 degrees, and her roommate wanted the room to be 50, and it was like no in between. Nobody wanted 60 or 70.
No,
it was either winter or hot summer day in the dorm.
Exactly. So it was really like tiny things. I will say, being a very aware person, I tried to make my presence less distracting or annoying to her, but that ended up meaning that I had to be out of the room more, which again, like nothing was like super bad or annoying, but I just had to change myself a little bit, because I noticed like she would have all her time out of the room, and like, okay, she might want some private time too, so let me go to the library or spend extra time in the lounge. And that is not like me.
So working your life around her.
Yeah, I kind of had to like change myself too, which kind of, I think that added to like the,
because you were used to living at home by yourself. No, you had just your parents.
Sit in my room for hours and nobody like cared. But for her, again, she never said anything to me, but I didn't want to be like always there every time she came home.
That was the
sitting
truth.
there.
Taylor would just be always home.
If she was not there, I would have never came out of that room. So.
Except to go to class and to come home and go to late night BU once a quarter.
Exactly. I've been old my whole life, you guys.
Girl, I know there were some stories. Like I remember the RAs having to figure some stuff out, and people moving around, people moving to the single apartments because single dorms, because they're not getting along with their roommates, but then that's more expensive, so you got to work that out with your tuition. But thankfully we did not have that problem. And mind you, we had is it called communal bathrooms? Like we didn't have a bathroom in our dorm at all. We had to like not even a toilet.
You had to use the bathroom. You had to go out into the hallway, into the public or communal, whatever.
Yeah, every floor had their own bathroom, and every other floor was girl boy, girl boy. I think.
That's how it was.
So yeah, the whole floor was girls, but you just had to go use the bathroom and shower there. That was true as well. That was another weird part of it. Was all the dorms like that, like Williams and I forgot. I don't think that they had their own bathroom either.
Right, they didn't.
I think it was mainly communal bathrooms.
Yeah, which is very, very interesting, especially as a young black girl too, with weave and wigs. It was a lot going on.
Some people were wondering a lot of things about us. They were really still trying to figure out to this day why we wearing a bonnet.
Yes. So it was very interesting and fun. But yeah, overall, I give it a 4. It's just the little things when you live so close to somebody that you kind of have to get used to.
Yeah. Okay. Last thing we're gonna rate is the stores in the area, like what was available to us, how much fun we had at the stores, stories of the stores. So yeah. I got a number.
This is where I feel like I need a 0.5. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I think I got it.
I'm like impartial. I got a 5.
I got a 4.
Yeah, like I don't really have. I love that across the street we had that dollar store. I lived up in the dollar store. That's what really introduced me to the. Actually, I do truly give it a 5. I will say this.
Oh wow.
This is Peoria, right? We went to Bradley in Peoria. That dollar store saved our lives. Anything and everything we needed for our dorm, like little things like baskets, or for me, I always got all the cutest like dollar holiday decorations to decorate our room.
The best.
And I just really liked that. And then next to that was CVS and whatever we needed, like random snacks or like whatever, school supplies, some random things. Always had that CVS there and it was perfect.
Yes.
I will say the reason why I mentioned that it was Peoria was for some reason they had the best Aldi's I've ever had experienced in my life, even better than Chicago, because we live in Chicago now. We've always lived in Chicago, but like I got addicted to shopping at Aldi in Peoria to the point where their prices are so much cheaper. Like, side note, my dad would literally yell at me if I would come home from college my senior year and I didn't buy eggs and milk from Aldi in Peoria because it was so much cheaper, which that's just a side note. But they also had such a great variety. Like, I could do 98% of my grocery shopping at Aldi, and the couple of things they didn't have, like my oatmeal, like I like Quaker Oats or something random, I would like, it would be 2 or 3 items I would have to go to Walmart to get. But for the most part, everything was cheaper at Aldi. I could get everything I wanted, everything I needed from Aldi, and it was just perfect. Then we also, I think we drove around a little bit. There was like a Walmart nearby. They had like a lot of, we went to Red Lobster before.
Yes.
Olive Garden, but directly across the street, to be honest, we had almost everything we needed in that strip mall. Like I can't remember what else was in that strip mall, but okay, I might look it up because I can look it up on Google Maps. But
there was like a nail shop. There was a Starbucks too, I think.
Was it a real Starbucks? Oh, it was a Starbucks because I used to study there.
We used to meet, like, for the Bradley Fund, our team would meet over there. What else was there? Nail shop. We had a little restaurant called Bellacino's. I don't know if it's still there, but they had the best. It's called The Grinder, which I had only discovered when I was in Peoria. You guys probably already know about it, but there was grinders there. What else? Like she said, the CVS.
Subway, I'm here now. The Field House.
Yeah.
I'm in there now. Quickly Google Maps.
I forgot about Subway too. And then the dollar, everything was there that you would pretty much need.
It's called Campus Town Shopping Mall.
It was a lot of people over there, so you just had to be. And they would even tell us like just like keep your eyes open and your ears open, just like be careful when you're doing certain things. It's not that, you just have to be aware. Going from being protected on campus, which even sometimes campus, we would have like lockdowns and things like that.
They would encourage you to ask. Remember there were security guards that would walk you from like wherever you're at, like late night BU. Yeah. They would have like a shuttle minivans that would take you back to your dorm to keep you safe.
The Hilltop.
Your Hilltop something, I forgot. Your Hilltop Cruiser. They would like drive you back to your dorm or something, or at least have someone walk you to your car or something.
Yes. So just be very aware of where you're going. I would say just for like safety, it bumped it down to a 4. Everything else was amazing, and I was glad that we had so many convenient things right across the street from us. So yeah. Okay, yes, I am closing it out today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.